Your Majesty, you are with a child. The gods have finally answered your prayers. My king, my love, we are going to have a child. This is the best news I've ever received, Amara. We must share this joy with our people. My people, we have been blessed with the greatest gift. Soon we will welcome a new member into our family. Ada, have you heard? The queen and you are due to give birth about the same time. It's a boy, Your Majesty, Dr. Carlo announced, placing her in her arms. Congratulations, it's a boy, Dr. Carlo said, warmly handing the baby to Ada. Welcome to Twice Sweet African Folktales, where intriguing, motivational, and educative stories are told. This is the first episode of Switched at Birth. Sit back and be entertained. The kingdom of Azuka was ruled by King Obinna and his lovely wife, Queen Amara. They were known for their kindness and wisdom. Despite their wealth and power, they had been unable to conceive a child for many years. This caused them great sorrow, and the palace often echoed with the queen's quiet prayers. One evening, as the sun set over the horizon, Queen Amara sat in the palace garden, her face filled with worry. King Obinna joined her, placing a comforting hand on her shoulder. "My dear, do not lose hope," he said gently. "The gods have their own timing for everything." Queen Amara sighed, looking up at the sky. "I pray that time comes soon, my king. Our people need an heir, and I long to hold our child in my arms." Months passed, and just as the couple began to despair, Queen Amara felt a change within her. She visited the hospital, who confirmed the miraculous news. "Your Majesty," the doctor said, bowing deeply, "you are with a child. The gods have finally answered your prayers." Tears of joy streamed down Queen Amara's face as she rushed to find King Obinna. "My king, my love," she cried, "we are going to have a child." King Obinna's eyes widened in disbelief before filling with tears of happiness. "This is the best news I have ever received, Amara. We must share this with our people." The news spread like wildfire throughout the kingdom. Villagers danced and sang in the streets, and the palace was filled with laughter and celebration. The royal couple's joy was infectious, bringing a renewed sense of hope to everyone. That evening, a grand feast was held in the palace. King Obinna stood before the gathered crowd, holding Queen Amara's hand. "My people," he announced, "we have been blessed with the greatest gift. Soon we will welcome a new member in our family and our kingdom." The crowd erupted in cheers, and the sound of drums and flutes filled the air. Queen Amara looked around at the smiling faces, feeling a deep sense of contentment. "Thank you, my king," she whispered, "for always believing." King Obinna squeezed her hand, his eyes shining with love. "Together we will face whatever comes, my queen. Our child will be a symbol of our love and the strength of the kingdom." As the celebration continued late into the night, Queen Amara placed a hand on her growing belly, silently promising to protect and cherish the life within her. The future looked brighter than ever for the royal family and the kingdom of Azuka. In a neighboring village, a successful businessman named Chike and his wife, Ada, were also expecting their first child. Chike was known for his high business strategy, while Ada was celebrated for her entrepreneurial spirit. Their union had brought prosperity to their family, and now, with a child on their way, their happiness knew no bounds. One sunny afternoon, Ada sat in their cozy living room, cradling her belly. "Chike, our lives are about to change," she said, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Chike smiled warmly, taking her hand. "Indeed, my love, This child will complete our family and bring us even more joy. As Ada's pregnancy progressed, it became apparent that her due date coincided with that of the Queen Amara. One day, while visiting the market, Ada ran into an old friend. Ada, have you heard? The queen and you are due to give birth around the same time, the friend remarked with a grin. Ada laughed, placing a hand on her belly. Yes, it seems the gods have a sense of humor. It's a special time for both of us. As days turned into weeks, both women prepared for the arrival of their babies. The anticipation was high in both households. The royal palace was filled of activity as preparations were made for the queen's delivery. Everything must be perfect for the arrival of our heir, King Obinna instructed the servants, his excitement barely contained. Meanwhile, Chike was equally meticulous in ensuring Ada's comfort. "I've arranged for the best midwife to assist you, my dear," he told Ada one evening. "Nothing is too good for our child." The fateful day finally arrived. Both women went into labor simultaneously and were rushed to the same hospital, their paths crossing in the bustling corridors. Queen Amara was carried into a private suite, while Ada was taken to a nearby room. The hospital buzzed with the excitement of two significant births happening simultaneously. Queen Amara was in Ward 1, surrounded by the best medical care the kingdom could offer. Just a few doors down in Ward 2, Ada, the businessman's wife, prepared to welcome her own child into the world. Both women were attended by the same esteemed doctor, Dr. Carlo. Not knowing the destinies of their children were at stake, Dr. Carlo moved swiftly between the two wards, ensuring both women were comfortable. "You are doing wonderful, Your Majesty," he reassured Queen Amara, who was in deep labor. Queen Amara held King Obinna's hand, her face etched with determination. "I can feel it, Doctor. Our child is almost here." In Ward 2, Ada was also in the minutes of labor, gripping Chike's hand tightly. "Stay strong, Ada," Chike whispered, his voice filled with love and encouragement. "Our son is coming." The atmosphere in both wards were tense but hopeful. Dr. Carlo moved between the rooms, offering comfort and guidance. "You're almost there, Ada. Just a few more pushes," he said calmly, wiping her brow. Ada looked up at Chike, who smiled down at her. "We can do this together," she said, drawing strength from his presence. The moment arrived first in Ward 1. With a final push, Queen Amara gave birth to a healthy baby boy. The cries of the newborn filled the room, bringing tears of joy to her eyes. "It's a boy, Your Majesty," Dr. Carlo announced, placing the baby in her arms. King Obinna's face lit up with pride and joy. "Our son, our heir," he whispered, his voice trembling with emotion. "Welcome, little one." Not long after, Dr. Carlo hurried to Ward 2, just in time to deliver Ada's baby. Another robust cry echoed through the hospital as Ada gave birth to a healthy baby boy. "Congratulations, it's a boy," Dr. Carlo said, warmly handing the baby to Ada. Ada and Chike looked at their son with overwhelming love. "Our son," Ada whispered, tears streaming down her face. "He's perfect." Chike could hardly contain his happiness. "He's everything we hoped for, Ada. Our family is complete." As both mothers breastfed their new baby, Dr. Carlo ensured both were healthy and stable. "Both mothers and babies are doing well," he reported to the relieved fathers, who sighed with deep satisfaction. The births were celebrated by the entire hospital staff, who were inspired by the miracle of life. Nurses and attendants moved with a renewed sense of purpose, touched by the joy they had witnessed. King Obinna and Queen Amara rested their son, sleeping peacefully in his crib. "We are truly blessed, Obinna," Amara said softly, her heart overflowing with love. "Indeed we are, Amara," King Obinna replied, holding her hand. "Our son will grow strong and wise." In word two, Chike and Ada marveled at their son's tiny features. "He will bring joy and prosperity to our lives," Chike said, his voice filled with promise. "Yes, he will," Ada agreed, her heart swelling with love. "Our family is complete." As night fell, the hospital was quiet. The new families drifted into a peaceful sleep, their hearts full of hope and love, unaware of what the next day holds. The next morning, the hospital was bustling with activities. Nurses moved efficiently, preparing the new births for their final birth. Among the tiny infants were the two boys born to Queen Amara and Ada. Both babies were brought to the bathing area, their tiny distinct features noted by the nurses. As Nurse Ebere carefully bathed Queen Amara's son, she hummed a soothing lullaby. "You are a special one, aren't you?" she murmured, smiling at the baby. Nearby, Nurse Chioma tended to Ada's son gently, splashing water over him. "You grow up strong and healthy," she echoed. In the fury of activity, a sudden commotion in the hallway drew the nurse's attention. A doctor urgently called for assistance, and Nurse Ebere and Nurse Chioma rushed to help, mournfully leaving the babies unattended. When they returned, they quickly wrapped the infants in identical blankets, unaware that they had switched the babies. What will happen when King Obinna prepares to pass the throne to his son, unaware of their true royal heir? How will the shocking truth of the baby mix-up come to light, and how will it impact both families? When the time comes for the royal succession, will the mistake be uncovered, or will the wrong child accept the throne? How will Queen Amara and Ada cope with the realization that they have been raising each other's sons? What choices will King Obinna and Chike face as they discover the mix-up, and how will it affect the future of their families and the kingdom? Will the bond between the children and their current parents be strong enough to survive the truth, or will the revelation tear their words apart? How will the kingdom of Azuka react when the true heir's identity is revealed? And what will this mean for the future of the royal lineage? As both families come to terms with the truth, will they be able to find a way to unite, or will the mix up lead to conflict and heartbreak? These questions set the stage for the dramatic revelations and emotional challenges that await in the next episode. I hope to join you in the next episode. Bye.